An interesting weather day, and the fact that we'll just see that rain build in today, but that's going to be about it. Really nothing too substantial today. We're going to keep the snow away for yet another day today.
Good news there, Marty.
Did I just yawn live on sorry.
Well, it's kind of a boring forecast, so I can't blame you.
I know, I'm sitting here reading and a big old yawn. Apologies to you two and you at home.
Wow.
Thank you, Marty.
Fine. My goodness.
Sleeping through the forecast.
All right, let's see if we can keep you awake here with a look at what is filling your feed, trending stories that we're talking about around town today.
Yeah, this one absolutely. The Rock Holiday Village, you're bound to hear about it at the water cooler today. Kicked off its 6th year of operations this past weekend.
Yeah, in case you missed the show, until December 29th. This is actually the first year it's open past Christmas.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. Listen, when they first started this on Friday, when they opened those gates, hundreds of people, as expected, showed up. Now, it's important to point out that Monday and Tuesdays, the village is closed, but they will reopen Wednesday at 4 o'clock. If you plan on going, let me know. I have some holiday shopping that I need to get done there.
Yeah, a lot of people came out for the very first weekend. I think we got the chance to speak with some of them. Let's take a listen.
It's fabulous. You kidding? This time of year, it's nice to have someplace bright and cozy to step out to. I love it.
And we're really just starting our holiday tonight, it feels like. So this is our first time out, and just here to check things out, go to an event, see the booths and the vendors, and maybe find a few presents.
There you go.
Yeah, and what a great weekend it was. On Friday, if you attended, you likely experienced some nice snow. On Saturday, it was gloomy, but it wasn't all that bad. And Sunday, it was pretty solid for December across the board, I would say.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I totally would. Yeah, like we said before, we did host our very first Arc Rochester live show there Friday morning from 8 until 10, and it was a blast. You can catch it on the 13 Wham YouTube channel, because the thing is posted there. And we're also going to talk about it and recap some of our favorite moments coming up in the next half hour or so.
Yeah, talking about paint and sips, reading with Santa, and Anna and Elsa. Those events sold. I didn't know Anna and Elsa were on the ticket for the event. Oh, yes. Sold out, folks.
Sold out.
Sold out.
Yep. Okay.
Good to know.
Also, over the weekend, the Pirate Toy Fund wrapped up its annual toy drive.
It certainly did. They had all toys. We fell a little short. We collected, you see the total there, 9,500 and... I've done that twice now.
It's okay.
19,516, which is nothing to scoff at.
No.
That is incredible.
Yeah, really excellent job. Chris Lopez was with them all last week, trying to help them reach their goal. And, you know, just a friendly reminder,
Look
they
at
do
that
collect.
one. What one is that one?
It's gone. I don't know. I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
But they do collect year-round.
They do.
So that is important to note.
Our executive director of the event, Otto, we all know him. He got engaged this past week. That was really cool. We saw that live on the air. And he also, you know, just thanks everyone for their support.
Rochester cares. They do. They come out every year, and look at the numbers we got for 1 week is amazing.
Don't forget, if you'd like to make a donation, you can always do so at thepiratetoyfund.org. You can also find that information over on 13wham.com. Drop-off locations are still out and about. Local malls, Wegmans, and The Strong.
Yes. All right. Up next, long-coming story for one of the most biggest stars, mega stars, Taylor Swift. She wrapped up that 2-year-long Eras tour. What are you smiling about? The biggest stars?
No, I was just smiling because I love Taylor Swift.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 21 months out on tour, finally wrapped up.
Yeah.
The show spans 18 years of music, 11 albums, and she went to 5 continents.
That's pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive.
Pretty impressive.
And what's even more impressive, raked in more than $2 billion, making it the highest grossing concert tour of all time.
Yeah, fans had a lot to say online. Let's see if we can pull up some of those tweets. Yes, we have Justine here. I didn't get to daughter. Taylor Swift has made my daughter and I an experience, given us an experience, I imagine, something that will live with us for a lifetime.
Yeah, a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah.
Rachel said, "I'll never forget the memories I made because of this beautiful tour. Thank you, Taylor, for everything."
I want to know. I'm wondering if we can try and find out. There's got to be someone who's done the totals. The bracelets. How many friendship bracelets were exchanged and or made or something over the course of the past 2 years at these tours?
Oh my gosh.
It's got to be a million? I genuinely have no idea.
I have no idea
But
either.
I know there are people who had like armfuls.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
It is impressive.
And it's all about being kind and friendly, which, you know, I can give her the $1 billion if that's the message.
You know
Go
what?
for it.
She's certainly earned it.
Spread
she
that.
sold out, I think, most of those stadiums, and if not all, I don't think
Yeah.
all of them, but most of them. And you know, her fans love her.
The boost to the economy. You
Also,
could
yeah.
actually see it every time she went to a different location. Really incredible.
Yeah,
Good for her.
I'm devastated that I didn't get to go, but it's okay.
But they're coming out with a movie of it, right?
Well, the movie's out. Yeah.
No, but don't they have another one? Not announced yet. But I don't know.
Do you have an inside scoop?
I saw something on social media this past weekend.
But like, I don't think anything's been confirmed.
Okay.
Yeah. You never know.
You never know. You never know.
All right.
Okay, another story here, a big trending story in Western New York. We don't really want to talk about it, but it's too late. It's the unfortunate loss of the Bills against the Rams.
Yeah. Buffalo Bills now 10-3 on the season. They lost 44-42. But you know, here's the thing. Still impressive. Josh Allen threw for 342 yards, which is nothing to sneeze at.
No,
right there.
it is not. The issue, though, from what I understand, was the defense because they couldn't stop the Rams from getting 457 yards, which that's a lot of yards.
Yeah, I'm almost hesitant to pull up fan reaction here, but we've got to do it anyway. So let's see it because you know, people have thoughts. Okay, here we go. Donna, look on the bright side. Tough loss, but a good game. I agree.
Yes.
For sure.
Matthew says, heart-wrenching to see the offense delivering such amazing results only to see the defense botch the game for us.
Yep.
I think that's the sentiment a lot of people are feeling
today. A lot
today.
of people are saying that. Yeah, Brockway said this may have been Josh Allen's best game ever. And I think the stats are pretty in his favor.
Yeah, he made history in like three different categories of stats. Bills, I still love this team. The defense just has to tighten up. And I feel like that's what told them after the game. Like,
yeah.
we got one end. We gotta have ourselves covered.
Yes. Okay. So honestly, those fan reactions not too bad. Buffalo Bills. I enjoyed the game. The first score was 44, or the final score. Oh my gosh, I can't see. The final score, 44-42. You played well. They were just slightly better. Don't let all these other brutal comments get to you. Go Bills. Very nice. Okay.
It is a good comment. It is.
You know, but here's the thing.
Okay.
All right. So we showed some very nice tweets on there. A lot
We
of them.
showed the very nice tweets.
A lot of them are not very nice. And you know what? Just a friendly reminder. It's just a game. Let's not make any personal attacks.
Yeah, it's literally a game where you're supposed to have fun.
Yep.
Pump the brakes, people. Pump the brakes.
Yeah.
People get emotional, though. And listen, I'm the first to tell you I get that because I get emotional about everything, and that's probably why I'm a loud person.
That's why?
Well, it's one of the... It boosts the volume.
Sure.
Turns it up to 11.
You're passionate.
Yes,
Which
that's
is
what
great,
it is.
But I've never heard you, like, threaten anybody.
No food.
Or over food.
I take that very seriously. In our next hour, we're going to go in depth. This Monday, it's really Monday,
Today's been
isn't
awful.
it? I know.
It's so hard.
Hey, and we're talking about this, and it's just bringing me down, and I'm trying for you. In our next hour, we'll go into depth on the game with some Buffalo Plus coverage. That was closer, but no cigar.
It's all right. Hey, don't forget, for better analysis, head to the Buffalo Plus YouTube page. Use the QR code on your screen to get there right now. And that also brings us to our poll of the day today.
Sure does.
We asked you, to get the job done.
Your options are strengthen defense, avoid turnovers, protect Josh Allen, or being more aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive, right?
Yes. Head to our website or scan the QR code on your screen with your smartphone to get to the Twitter page where you can submit your answers and comment below.
We will have the results of this poll for you coming up at the end of the 9 o'clock hour. Make sure to share your thoughts. And coming up in the rest of the show, we promise we're going to try and get this back together.
Yeah, back on track. Hey, coming up, the 11th annual Holiday Give Back Toy Giveaway is just a few weeks away. We're looking ahead to what you'll expect if you head out. We're back after this.
Welcome back. 8:15 this morning, and happening in your community, the Rock Royal Foundation is preparing for the 11th Holiday Give Back Toy Giveaway. Abigail.
It's happening December 21st at the Convention Center. And this morning we have Khadija Yan with the foundation to tell us more about it. Thank you for coming in. It's always great to see you.
Yes.
And the work that you do for our community is just, it's truly amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we enjoy it. We love it. Dan told me to come in earlier this year because he was going to help me get some toys. Because we're at we had registered 1,000 kids in 24 hours.
Wow.
So it was the biggest one ever, the quickest one ever. So I was like a little nervous, but we're going to make it work. So I'm excited for it. So we at the convention center, we had to go to the biggest place possible to make sure we can accommodate everyone and make it special this year.
So let me ask, to get those toys, to get more donations, let's put the appeal out right now for somebody sitting at home who says, okay, yeah, we need to, listen, if you're looking for a tax write-off, if you're looking to make some sort of charitable donation, how do they do that? What specifically are you looking for?
Contact me, 585dream.org, my website. There's a place where you can reach us, email us, and my team will email you back. We're excited. We're looking for toys ages 1 to 11, especially young girls like Barbies and things of that nature, remote control cars. We're not giving away like huge toys, just something that the kids can take and have a good holiday. This is some of their probably only Christmas gift, so we want to make it special for them.
Tell us how this program has grown over how many years? 11 years.
We started 11 years ago with 25 youth at the Frederick Douglass Resource Center, and it was just something that I just wanted to do in honor of my brother at the time. And it was just like, okay, let's just do something. Let's give back. I've always enjoyed giving back. And over the years, we've grown. We've had amazing sponsors and partners. This year, like I said, it's very, very important to me. My brother recently passed. His name is Rodney. So I wanted to make it extremely special because he partnered with me on this year. We just buried him Friday. So he partnered with me every year. He makes it special. So I was like, we're giving away a car. I don't care how we're going to do it. We're going to figure it out, but we're going to give away a car. And that's why we're here today, to let people know that if you're a parent or make under $40,000, if you have at least one child, you don't have to buy a ticket. You don't have to pay for anything. You don't have to buy a raffle. Show up to one of our workshops, and you're eligible to get this car.
Khadijah, first, I'm so terribly sorry for your loss. I had no idea.
Yep.
That's heartbreaking.
It is, very much so.
Are you and your family doing okay?
Yes, his wife is in here with me, Koya. So we're here, and yeah, we're going to get through it. He was a strong guy, so we're going to do this for him, and we're going to make it big.
Wow. Well, gosh, your whole family is in our thoughts, obviously. And, you know, how are you pushing through? I mean, it's you know, anybody who has lost a loved one knows that it hangs over you in a way, and you have this huge project ahead of you.
Yeah. And this is what drives us. This is what fuels us. You know, when you have something that you live for and you want to live for and you want to make people proud, it pushes you to the next level. You can't stop. You got to just keep going, keep driving. And he was one that loved the community, so we just going to keep going. I was going to not do it. In my heart, Koy was like, nah, we doing this, sis, and we going to do it right. So I was just like, how can I do this? So we had to push through, and also our youth need it. At the end of the day, I'm for my community. My team is for my community. My partners is for the community. And we, just as well as I have to try and smile through this, our family have to smile, his wife, his children have to smile through this, we got to make these kids smile during this holiday season.
And I'm going to tell you right now that those smiles, when you look back next year or 10 years from now, those smiles from 2024 will be the most valuable ones to you and your family, my friend.
Exactly.
They will.
Definitely.
They'll really mean something. Okay, for somebody sitting at home who says, okay, I need to get involved, we as a family are struggling, what's the process?
Just register. There's a pre-registration link on my website. We use Eventbrite, but you can click it through the event on my website. Register. Like I said, we've at 1,000, but I just opened up 3 more hundred slots today. They'll probably be gone by like the end of the day. So, so don't waste your time and wait. But if we get more toys, the more the merrier. We got a big room at the convention center. I can get 5,000 people in there if we get, if we get the right toys. I don't know if I want that many though.
Well, listen, Target, Walmart, any of those other big box stores, we know you are always looking to help out in the local community. Help this one out right here. Help this family out to help out this community.
Exactly.
Thank you for your
so
time
much for that work.
And again, you know, your family remains in our thoughts. And we're so happy that you're here today, but we are so sorry for what you guys are going through.
Thank you.
And we'll post all the information on this giveaway over on foxrochester.com.
Thanks again.
Thanks, guys.
Time right now is 8:20.
There is so much more to come after the break here. We'll be talking about the top stories that we are following right here. Stick around. We're back after this. Welcome back. 8:23 this Monday morning. I'm Dan Schrack. Thanks for tuning in. Here is your ARC Rochester news break. This morning, Rochester police are continuing to search for suspects following a string of weekend violence in the city. 5 people were shot, 1 person killed. 2 this morning are fighting for their lives. Police tell us a man was killed around 5:30 yesterday morning inside a home on Emerson Street. Investigators say someone fired shots into that house on Emerson, hitting the victim along with a second man who was hit in the lower body. He was taken to the hospital and are told he is expected to survive. Officers say 8 people were in the house at the time of that shooting, including a 7-month-old child. Police are also investigating a triple shooting on the city's north side that left 2 people fighting for their lives. This played out around 4 o'clock yesterday morning in the area of Dewey and Ridgeway. Investigators believe that shooting happened during a fight that happened during a gathering. A 40-year-old woman and 20-year-old man were both hospitalized and are in what police call critical but stable condition. A third person, a 45-year-old man, was grazed by a bullet. He is expected to be okay. No suspects are in custody in connection to either of these shootings. Anyone with information is asked to call 911 or Crime Stoppers. That number on your screen, 423-9300. Now, according to RPD's open data portal, so far this year, 194 people have been shot in the city. That, however, is down from 276 this same time last year. There have been 29 fatal shootings in Rochester this year. That's also down from 43. And later this month, Rochester Mayor Malik Evans is expected to renew the gun violence state of emergency that's been in place since July 2022. Rochester police this morning are investigating a stabbing that happened during a concert in the city. Investigators say the victim, a man in his 40s, was stabbed while attending the concert at the Water Street Music Hall. Police say he is expected to survive, but no suspects are in custody. Anyone with information should call police. Deputies have identified the man killed in a fatal weekend crash in Ontario County. The Ontario County Sheriff's Office says 61-year-old John Sutherland of Rochester was driving on Lawrence Hill Road in the town of Canadice on Saturday morning. Investigators say at some point his vehicle left the road and ended in a ditch. He was pronounced dead at that scene. The cause of that crash, though, remains under investigation. Turning to the Middle East this morning, in the stunning fall of Syria over the weekend, rebels seizing the capital of Damascus. Syrians celebrating the fall of al-Assad, the dynasty which has been in rule of that country for more than 50 years. Islamist rebels swept through the country, capturing key cities in just over a week's time. President Biden praising the end of Assad's rule and says he will work with Syria and its neighbors during this time.
At long last, the Assad regime has fallen. This regime brutalized and tortured and killed literally hundreds of thousands of innocent Syrians. It's a moment of historic opportunity for the long-suffering people of Syria to build a better future for their proud country.
Assad and his family have arrived in Moscow after they were granted asylum by the Kremlin. Syria's prime minister says he is willing to work with the new leadership. In your community today, the Rochester Music Hall of Fame will unveil its 2025 class of inductees. Last year, inductees included influencer Rick Beto, Disney star Jennifer Cody, and vocalist John Ellison. Today's announcement is set for 10 o'clock this morning. We'll have the latest for you on 13 WHAM News at midday. And the final numbers are in for this year's Pirate Toy Fund Toy Drive. The Pirates falling short of their $25,000 donation goal, with just over 19,000 toys going to children in need this holiday season. The Pirate Toy Fund does collect donations year-round. We do have more information on wham.com. And for all these stories and any new developments, head over to our website for the latest. And stick around. ARC Rochester returns after this.
Welcome back to ARC Rochester. Thank you for joining us. I'm Abby Ferdman.
And I'm Dan Schreck. We've got a lot to come this morning, but we do want to get a first check of the forecast. Meteorologist Marty Snyder standing by. Marty, has the rain begun?
In some areas of the southwest, yeah, I've already seen that rain begin to move in. Other areas, at least in the immediate Rochester area and points east, have yet to see that rain. But you can see a lot of it sitting off to our southwest, continuing to fill in across more of western New York. You can see as that continues to squeeze into the area, and still a lot yet to come. A lot of it sitting off to our southwest that still is yet to lift up and through. So bottom line, we're going to see this rain gradually build in across the area, turning steady at times, especially for the late morning, middle of the day, and early afternoon. That's that key time when I think a lot of that's going to be fairly steady across the area. Then it tapers off prior to sunset. Temperatures today mainly in the 40s for highs, so overall looks like kind of a rainy day coming up for us. Maybe just a little bit milder tomorrow, but still a couple showers possible by the end of the day tomorrow as well.
All right, Marty, thank you. The Western New York community is mourning the loss of two local broadcasting legends. We've got Jack Palvino and Alan Harris, who passed away. Palvino was a local DJ who eventually owned Wham and WVOR Radio and went into the New York Broadcasters Hall of Fame. Meantime, Harris, a talk show host himself at Wham Radio, also worked here at Channel 13.
Yeah, St. John Fisher, media scholar Tom Proetti knew both of them. He joins us this morning to talk about the impact they had on broadcasting locally, and I would imagine with legacy careers, broadcasters across the country knew who these two men were.
Well, it's especially true of Jack Palvino. Jack was a legend. He had a morning show that would draw 80% of the audience listening to him. And then he became an owner of broadcast media markets, in broadcast media markets. And he foresaw the switch from AM to FM, especially for music and in the morning. And he was always very close with me because I was 12 years old when I first saw Jack Palvino through a window in an apartment next door to my uncle's house. And it was just beautiful, a beautiful moment. And Jack went on to do great things. He was a wonderful human being, a warm, very funny guy. He would want us smiling about this. Alan Harris. Alan was the junkyard dog of local news, and he could do anything. I mean, he was so good at everything that he did, and funny, kind, caring. We did lose two giants this weekend, and it hurts my heart. It really does. But they both want me to be smiling.
Yeah. Tell us, if you don't mind, a little bit about their personalities off air. You know, a lot of the time, you say...
That's a great question.
Yeah, like they're the same in person as they are on TV?
Jack and Alan, I think, were both pretty much the same.
Yeah.
They're the same people. And I think that's, you know, today we called it authenticity. Yeah, and that's what they both had. They just exuded it, and they never forgot your names. They always remembered where they came from, and they remembered who you are and where you fit in their lives.
Do you think that was part of their longevity? That was part of the appeal of them?
Yes.
That they were no more or no less than what people saw and heard at home?
Yes, even, you know, ethnically they represented the communities. It was a male-dominated world at that time, but both of them were very sensitive to the fact that the world was changing, and boy, Jack especially. Jack was one of those that just became, you know, a real leader in moving forward in the area of diversifying broadcasting.
You said that he anticipated the switch from AM to FM.
Sure did.
I'm curious to know his thoughts over the past few years, as we've seen a lot of radio, you know, get pushed back.
Yeah, Jack's very pleased that he sold the properties when he did, because, you know, broadcast properties have lost a lot of value. Jack and I spent a lot of time in cars talking about the impact of the internet and what's happened to broadcasting and whatnot. But he kind of guaranteed me a couple months ago, he said, it's still going to be here. It's just going to be here in a different kind of fashion with a different kind of audience. And there's people like you folks and my grandchildren don't know anything about this and are just finding out a little bit now then what kind of impact it had on us too, because Jack Palvino especially, he was kind of the pulse of the community for probably 30 years, and that's just, you know, what a legacy.
It really is a legacy. I'm wondering, do you how frequently do you speak of broadcasting legends like these two men in your class?
Well, I don't teach much anymore, but I use them as references constantly. difficult for the modern student to understand, that you only had maybe 7 or 8 radio stations to choose from in the 1960s and 70s. They're so used to playing their own music. They're their own DJs.
Yeah.
They're their own news people, and so it's difficult for them to comprehend. It's such a different world today, and today it's all about metrics, and less than it was about personality, and that makes it tough for students to understand.
Yeah.
Tom, thank you for your time today. And again, we're so sorry for your loss. 2 local legends, and they certainly will not be forgotten.
No.
And the families are watching today, I'm sure. And I just want to let them know they know how much I love these guys, and especially Jack. So thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And hey, stick around. We've got a lot more to come right here on ARC Rochester. We are back on the other side of the break. .840, welcome back here on ARC Rochester. Let's dive into this. In case you missed it, last Friday, we had an incredible opportunity to hang out all morning at the Rock Holiday Village to give you a preview of what you could expect when they opened those gates at 4 p.m. on Friday, and it was a blast, Abigail.
Yeah, we were live for 2 hours at MLK Park, showing off all of the amazing things that the Village has to offer, from hot chocolate to live music to the beer to the snacks.
Yes.
To the fire pits.
To the fire pits, to the igloos, to the Santa's workshop. We went into the stores.
Great live music.
Great live music. Santa showed up.
Yeah.
He showed up, took my letters, thankfully. I mean, there truly is something. We were on the ice. You were on the ice.
I was.
I stepped on it, but then was told, turn around, run back inside.
I know. Not enough time to get to everything.
No, there really wasn't, which just goes to show you how much they actually have. Because, again, we were there live for 2 hours and couldn't show you everything that they have. It was an absolute blast.
It really, really was. If you missed out on the show on Friday, that is bad news for you. But the good news is we have it over on the 13 Wham YouTube channel, so you can check it out there. A lot of fun to be had. Many of the events and activities to do are sold out, but there are plenty of free activities that you don't need to register for, and those are open to everyone.
Yeah, and again, this is year number 6. Kelly Marsh of Friday Morning. Hours as that anticipation was building, just hours before those gates open. Have a listen to what she told us.
We have an amazing team of helpful elves that really put their hearts and soul into it. Everybody is here because they want to be here, and we have so much talent and just diverse work here. It's just been amazing.
Yeah, it really has been amazing. When you walk into that area at MLK Park, it's like being in a winter wonderland. It's magical, for a lack of a better word.
And I'm going to say there's one person who is responsible for a lot of that magic. Kelly, when we spoke with her, she said she's more logistics, I suppose. However, somebody else is very hands-on and very responsible for that magic. Her name is Jenna. Have a listen.
So I am a product of Midtown. I walked up Magic Mountain. I saw the castle above Santa. I had the balloons and the kazoos. Like, I remember all of those things. And then starting a family of my own, I knew that we didn't have those traditions anymore and wanted to just bring that back to families, to have some core memories that they can create every year.
And boy, oh boy, can families create memories. I mean, again, just a truly... When you say it's a magical experience, I really mean that. It's a magical experience. We got there, we were like kids on Christmas morning. Yeah. We arrived, the snow is coming down, freezing cold outside, the wind is blowing, but it was just so perfect.
Yeah. You know, and just like on a personal note here, you and I have been wanting to do a show like that for almost 2 years since I started here.
Yeah.
And we've tried and tried and tried, and nothing has ever really come to fruition just because of logistics and planning and whatnot. But it finally happened, and it was great, and we had a ton of fun. We were practically giddy, I think, through the whole morning, like, running from spot to spot. What?
Reminds me.
Yes.
Huge shout out to Michael and Julia Peace. That is their names. We were talking about the famous popcorn tins. Everybody knows what a holiday popcorn is. You get your cheese, you get your plain, and you get your caramel. Yeah. And you had never had one.
No, I've never received one, and we were laughing about it. It must have been Monday or Tuesday on ARC Rochester. And I was joking and said something like, man, I've never gotten one of these. Yeah. And these two folks were so kind. They showed up to MLK Park and dropped off several of these massive popcorn tins.
There's only about a quarter of one left, and that one's out in the newsroom.
And it is delightful, and it's so kind. So a big shout out to those folks for watching, because it really made our day.
I forgot to, if you're watching now, Michael and Julia, I forgot to ask Brian for that picture. I was going to text him this morning and say, send us that picture. We'll get it on the air tomorrow, maybe as our picture of the day, because that was just,
it was lovely.
So kind. People can just, It's often surprising. It shouldn't be, but it is often surprising, the generosity of others.
Yeah.
You know?
It does not take much to do something good for other people.
No,
right?
to warm the heart.
Yeah.
Love
and
it.
you know what? We gotta take this goodness and pass it on to somebody else, right?
We do. Listen, that's the goal of the holiday season, to spread joy and cheer. And I think it's something that we ought to try and spread long past the holidays.
Yeah, I agree.
Keep it going in June and July.
Yeah.
Remember those holidays. Remember that magic. Right?
Yeah, no, you said it best.
You have to.
It was
You
great.
have to.
Yeah.
All right, 8:45 this Monday morning, still coming up. We're talking easy meals that can help you make the hostess. I wanted to do the hostess with the mostest,
yeah.
but there's far more words than, so I'll just read what's written. To help you be the host with the most this holiday season, we're back with Help in a Handbasket after this. It's the hostess with the mostest.
There we go. You got it. Back. It is time for this week's Health in a Handbasket. With the holidays right around the corner, food is at the top of mind.
It is, and this morning we have registered dietitian nutritionist Alyssa Strassman to share some tips on easy foods to make this holiday season.
Yes. So I know that this time of year is always so busy for everybody, and we always are pulled in a million different directions. We have potlucks we're going to. At our workplaces, we have celebrations. We have family celebrations. We have friends that are gathering. So my idea was, let us share with people some really easy things that are festive, but also delicious, and allows us to celebrate the season in a much more laid-back way.
Yeah, less time in the kitchen, more time enjoying friends and family.
We like that.
Yes, absolutely. So the first, red peppers. Now, this is a generational family recipe. You will find this at most of our holiday and family gatherings.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. So why this is on this list is, one, I always think of like when we celebrate Christmas with our family, roasted red peppers are on the table. We pass it with bread. But why this is here is because this is made with jarred roasted peppers. So we have jarred roasted peppers, salt, pepper, olive oil, and garlic, and a little bit of parsley, and that's all you need. So all of this is kind of shelf stable.
Easy.
So if someone is coming over, on the whim, you have something that you can whip up. You can put it with cheese or serve it with bread or crackers. It makes an awesome accompaniment to like a charcuterie board. We love it on sandwiches. So also if you are having someone over for lunch, they're popping over, it just makes it a nice little special way.
On any kind of toast.
Yeah. Yes.
Any kind of toast. It works, it works, it works.
Yes.
It's like a quick bruschetta almost.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
A little different. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So that's number one. The second is just if you're going somewhere, just offer to bring fruit. If that's something that you need to bring, this is just grapes. I think sometimes when we think about going to parties where there's lots of people, sometimes simpler is the better. When we're thinking about catering to a lot of different palates, sometimes, you know, we don't need to go all fancy with a million different sauces and fancy things. We can just create a really nice fruit platter.
And it doesn't need to look like an edible arrangement. We don't need to be spending hours cutting out star shapes and all of that kind of stuff. I'm just saying.
The only thing that I will share, just to make it easier for guests, is I actually cut these just in little nice...
Little bunches.
Yes,
Nice.
so that when people come, they can just grab it and put it on their plate and they can go. But that took me, I used my kitchen shears and it took me like, what, 5 seconds? I mean, you saw me do it right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No time at all.
No time
I
at
want
all.
to talk about these because these look bright, festive, and honestly delicious.
Yeah, so thinking about the season, right? And now, like, we think about what is in season, and that's our citrus fruits. And so here we have a variety. This is Caracara oranges. You could do blood oranges and navel oranges and pomegranate seeds. These are like little jewels, and they just add such a pop of color. Now, in here, I also have fennel, which is just like, it's just a very... People will describe it as anise. Some people love it. Some people hate it.
Licoricey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our family, that is something we actually pass. Sliced fennel at the end of our meals. But it's just a nice, refreshing salad. So we have two different ways that you can present it. Some people like to put it in an actual salad. You can add cheese to that. You could add nuts to that if you want. Or you could... put it without the salad and just do it as kind of a fennel and orange kind of slaw.
You know what you could do? Just a thought. You do it just like this. Bring your mixed greens on the side and self-assembly.
There you go. Makes it easy. And then I just have like a hostess idea. Like if you're going to a party and you want to bring a hostess gift, these are something that are so easy. They're just chocolate dipped dried apricots. And so in there, I actually did it right in the microwave. So you melt the chocolate right in the microwave, you dip the apricots in there, you let them, you top with whatever you want to top, but it makes for a really nice gift. So on there's flake salt, there's pistachios, and there's almonds.
Great ideas.
You could take this, you could bag them or jar them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bring it in a
right
tin.
out the door.
Yeah.
Exactly. Alyssa Strassman, hit him with the socials.
Yep. You can find me at Alyssa Strassman, RDNCDN on, that's my website, and Alyssa Strassman, RDNCDN on Facebook.
Perfect.
Excellent. Yep. Good to see you.
Thank
Thanks
you
so
so
much for
much.
coming in. Time right now is 8:54. Your Arc Rochester news break is coming up next. 8:57 on this Monday morning. I'm Abby Fridman. Thanks for tuning in. Here is your ARC Rochester news break. This morning, Rochester police are continuing to search for suspects after a weekend string of violence in the city. 5 people shot, 1 person killed, 2 others are fighting for their lives. Police tell us a man was killed around 5:30 Sunday morning inside a home on Emerson Street. Investigators say someone fired shots into the house, hitting the victim, along with a second man who was hit in the lower body. That person was taken to the hospital. Police say he is expected to survive at the time of that shooting, including a 7-month-old. And RPD is also investigating a triple shooting on the north side that left 2 people fighting for their lives. It happened around 4 Sunday morning in the area of Dewey and Ridgeway Avenues. Investigators say they think the shooting happened after a fight during a large gathering. A 40-year-old woman and 20-year-old man were taken to the hospital and are in what police call critical but stable condition. A third person, a 45-year-old man, was grazed by a bullet and is expected to be okay. No suspects are in custody in connection to either of the shootings. Those with information should call 911 or the Crime Stoppers hotline at 423-9300. Turning now to the Middle East and the stunning fall of Syria. Over the weekend, rebels seizing the capital of Damascus. Syrians celebrating the fall of the al-Assad dynasty, which has ruled the country for more than 50 years. Islamist rebels sweeping through the country, capturing key cities in just over a week's time. The president, Joe Biden, praising the end of Assad's rule and says he will work with Syria and its neighbors during this time.
At long last, the Assad regime has fallen. This regime brutalized and tortured and killed literally hundreds of thousands of innocent Syrians. It's a moment of historic opportunity for the long-suffering people of Syria to build a better future for their proud country.
Al-Assad and his family have arrived in Moscow. They were granted asylum by the Kremlin. Syria's prime minister says he's willing to work with new leadership. For these top stories and new developments, be sure to visit 13wham.com. Stick around. ARC Rochester returns after this.
myself go like this and reference High Falls one more time.
I hate to break it to you. It's only Monday, and I have no idea when we're going to get another opportunity to film that type of thing.
Know. It's all
bad.
right. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. We'll make it. Good Monday morning. Thanks so much for sticking with us here on Arc Rochester, 9 o'clock this December 9th. I'm Dan Schrack.
I'm Abby Fridman. Welcome back to Arc Rochester. We have a lot to get to coming up in the next hour, including several productions around Rochester. We have Blackfriar Theater's production of Dot.
And the Eastman School of Music is bringing a Christmas classic to Kodak Hall. We'll talk about how you can see Elf in concert.
Before all of that, we are going beyond the locker room this morning.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
I like that one.
I'm on board with this.
All right. We're going to take a look back at last night's game against the Rams.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
It was not the best game. We know how it ended. A loss for the Bills, breaking that winning streak, that score 44-42. What I find interesting, first loss in 2 months.
Yeah.
I think that, listen, that's great that we had this stretch.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. You know, it was a tough game to watch. I'm not going to lie, I did fall asleep before it was over because I'm a bad Bills fan.
No, you're not. It's because you work early hours.
I work crazy hours. But you know what? Here's the thing. Josh Allen had a really incredible game, threw for 342 yards. First player in history to throw for 3 touchdowns and a run-in for 3 touchdowns in a game.
Mm-hmm. Allen's performance, though, obviously not enough. Here's the issue. This is where I think everyone is pointing the fingers, the defense, because they could not make a stop. The Rams, 457 yards, Abigail. 457 yards.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah.
The big talk of the town is the defense and how the Bills are doing with that. Our Dan Fates, I believe, has some thoughts on that.
I'm torn between whether or not to overreact or how to take the Bills' defensive performance. They've been solid all year. They've been solid of late. So is this just one of those days where you chalk it up and go, nah, they just didn't have it?
Yeah.
That eye roll there at the end. That's how I feel.
Well, I listen, it's how everybody, I think, is every Bills fan is feeling this morning. There's a lot of people upset at McDermott's decision making last night out there on the field. Here's what he had to say after the game.
Do a better job around him. Like I said, if you look at the game, it's line of scrimmage, being able to run the ball with their running backs. It's line of scrimmage on defense. It's special teams giving up big plays. When you lose 2 of the 3 and the line of scrimmage overall, it's you're making it really hard. You got to score 40-some points, and even then, you're holding your breath to win, right?
Yeah, holding your breath the entire time.
For sure. That's what it's like being a Bills fan, right? Jenna and Mike break down some of their thoughts about McDermott's choices last night. Let's listen to what they had to say.
Sean McDermott's right. It was a team effort to lose. He played a part in this. They called a run play and then used a timeout. With a minute and change to go, they had 3 timeouts. That means if you stop the Rams, you can kick it deep and potentially get the ball back for a field goal to win the game. Once you use a single timeout, it's got to be an onside kick.
It was confusing when it happened because you knew how much time it would take. And then afterwards, it's like, why would you burn the timeout? Those are so crucial late game situations. It was a bad call by McDermott.
Yeah. So here's the thing. The folks on social media, you know, as soon as the Bills lose a game, their first thought is fire McDermott, fire McDermott. It's like we gotta everybody relax.
We
They
need
just went
change.
2 months without losing a game.
Yes.
You know what? At least from a fan perspective, which I know you're not really supposed to be a fan when you're working in the J industry here, but from a fan perspective, I would rather them get this losing out of the way, get it out of their system before the playoffs. Right?
I think, listen, this is the last game they lose this season. That was it.
Yeah.
That's it.
No, that's fine.
That's the losses are done because we've been having this discussion off camera all morning.
Yep.
We had it in the newsroom. We've had it with a couple of guests so far, and it's how is this season going to end?
Super Bowl.
You say Super Bowl.
I'm
One of our
saying
guests,
Super Bowl.
instantaneously, regardless of the loss, Super Bowl. Then earlier this morning, I was having this conversation with other people, and immediately it was the Lions and the Chiefs at the Super Bowl. I know. It's the Detroit Lions, right? Yes, the Detroit Lions.
Yep.
And the Chiefs at the Super Bowl. Listen, I want to have reasonable expectations. I want reasonable expectations. But we all know that I'm not a very reasonable person, so I am going to demand that we make it all the way.
Well, I hear all of the Buffalo Bills watch Arc Rochester.
They do.
They're big fans of the show.
Listen,
they're
there's
gonna do it for
probably
you.
one of them that watches. Come on. Josh Allen, you're seriously
fan.
not watching?
Huge fan of the show.
You don't think he watches?
I don't think.
What about Haley? Haley Steinfeld, you're not watching?
She watches.
Does she?
Big fan of the show.
She does.
Huge
She does.
fan.
This we know.
Yeah.
This we know. And again, this is why we're talking about it, because it is our poll of the day. We want to know your thoughts on that game. As the Bills get ready to take on the Lions, where do we need to focus? What needs to be top of mind to get the job done? Abigail, what options are we giving the people?
Here we go. Strengthening defense, avoiding turnovers, protecting Josh Allen, or being more aggressive.
Okay, I have not voted yet.
Okay.
But I'm going to go for be more aggressive. I am, because listen, you're playing football. This is not for the faint of heart. Let's get out there. Let's tackle.
Yep.
Let's protect the QB. Let's line drive. Let's kick long and hard. Get a field goal.
What do you say?
Get the touchdowns.
Oh
I'm calling for all the wins.
Do you remember, I think it was an Oprah segment from like a really, really long time ago. She had people on her show with like key phrases to use if you go to a Super Bowl party and you have no idea what to say.
No.
And there's like a whole list of them and you're like, they need more blocking up front. And it can apply pretty much at any
To
point.
any situation?
Any situation. Yeah.
Well, I need to find that clip and write those down.
I think it was Oprah. Either way, we want you to weigh in on the poll.
Yes.
Scan the QR code. We'll pop it up on your screen one more time where you can get to our Twitter or X page. There it is. And weigh in if you are like, I have other thoughts I want to share. You can comment. And maybe if they're nice, we'll share them.
But absolutely, share them. If you have another thought, go for it. Because
all of the above would be also a good.
I agree. Do you have what's yours?
I agree with you, being more aggressive. I think that by being aggressive,
you're
would
going
work
to
on
accomplish
all
of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, protecting Josh Allen is, I would say, number one. You know, we got to keep him safe.
Yes.
But that goes back to the defense again. So.
Very true.
So.
And that doesn't get strengthened unless we're more aggressive, people.
You know, but never mind.
What? No.
No.
It's not passive aggressive. It's just aggressive.
I wouldn't know anything about that. Hey, coming up, we are going behind the curtain of Blackfriar Theater's upcoming production called Dot.
We're back after this. Getting a little jazzy in here,
like
Abigail.
that.
Hey, 9:14, thanks so much for sticking with us here on ARC Rochester. This morning, we're taking you behind the curtain of an upcoming production at the Blackfriars Theater.
Yeah, the company's getting ready to present Coleman Domingo's Dot. And this morning, we have director Eno Okung and cast member Carrington Reynolds here to tell us all about it. Good morning to you both. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having us.
I want to talk to you guys both about your experiences so far in just a second. But first, I've got to know, tell us a little bit, if you don't mind, what Dot is about.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a really lovely story about adult children and they're coming home for the holidays and kind of the emotional baggage that they bring with them. And it centers around the matriarch of the family, Dot, and she is dealing with some beginning stages of cognitive decline. And even though there are some kind of tough issues that are dealt with in the script, it's a story that's told with a lot of humor and a lot of heart, and it's super relatable for the holidays.
Yeah, I just based on the premise of kids coming home for the holiday season, that seems like everyone's holiday life. Because even if it's not your kid, it's a niece or a nephew or it's family that's showing up unexpectedly, and you open the door with open arms, right?
Absolutely. And who knows what's happening in your life when that time of year rolls around. That's kind of the undercurrent of what's happening in the story.
Wow. And Carrington, tell us a little bit about the character that you play.
So I play the character Donnie, her middle child. He's 40 years old. He's a musicologist and a freelance writer. He's also an openly gay man. He has a lot of different things that he's bringing to the table. He's very sensitive, but he's also very articulate. He's very passionate. Yeah, that's it.
And does he, what sense of humor does he have in this whole production?
So he gets anxious and nervous at times when things arise, and he draws to food for comfort, which relates to me in real life. So yeah, there's a lot of humor around that when it comes to like things taking place, and he's like, listen, I'm hungry, like I don't want to deal with this right now, like give me some food. Where's the food at?
Now, let me ask, when you take on these characters as an actor, how much of you, a human being, are you pulling from to add to, I don't know, your arsenal of isms that this person is?
It's so funny because I said this role I think was really made for me. It came right on time because I relate to Donnie so much in real life. Like I'm a foodie in real life. So it's not hard to like pull from certain places when it comes to certain things that I'm saying in the script, because I'm that way in real life. So it came right on time, this role for sure.
And Anna, what has it been like directing this? Have you enjoyed it so far?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So we have a wonderful cast. They're all growing into their own little family, which is really nice. There's a lot of love in the room. There's some pretty positive vibes. And sometimes we have to deal with the tough stuff too. So we're kind of running through the gamut of all the emotions, and we get through it together. And I think it's just making a really interesting process for this entire production, for sure.
How much of that off-stage camaraderie, that off-stage getting to know you, is carried onto the stage in a different form?
All of it, 100%. Because you need to have that trust, you need to have that relationship with your cast members, with your production staff, with your crew. All of it kind of converges to that point where it all comes together on the stage. So every time, you have a loving heart-to-heart backstage, or, something goes wrong and we have to talk about it and give it a second and reset, all of that plays into, I think, the things that are expected and necessary to get this show on its feet.
I'd like an answer here from each of you. What do you think is the main message that people will take away from this production?
What do you think, Carrington?
To me, just simple word, family. And I mean, I think that encompasses like everything that you think of, like good, bad, and different. No family's perfect, and this family's not perfect, but at the end of the day, they're family, and you'll see the love, you'll see the joy, you'll see all the different levels of emotions in it when you come check it out.
Yeah, I think for me, a lot of this story is just about embracing change and being open and being open-hearted as we approach the things that come up in life. We never know what's going to happen as much as we do our best to plan for things. And so much of that is underscored by just the love and the relationships and falling back on the people who know us best.
The show is Dot. It's taking stage at Blackfriars Theater. For someone sitting at home who says, okay, I need to go, how do they get tickets and when is it?
Yeah, so you can get tickets at blackfriars.org. There are still some left, so come and get them. And the show is going to be running the 13th through the 29th. And what was the other question?
That was it.
Okay.
You got them all.
You got them all.
Thank you both for your time today. We
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. Break a leg. All the ticketing information will go on foxrochester.com. Time right now is 9:19.
Hey, coming up after this, the Arc Rochester News Break. Top stories that we're following for you this morning. Good Monday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us. I'm Dan Schrack, and this is your Arc Rochester News Break. This morning, Rochester police are still searching for suspects after a string of weekend violence in Rochester. 5 people were shot, 1 killed. 2 others this morning are fighting for their lives. Police tell us a man was killed around 5:30 Sunday morning inside a home on Emerson Street. Investigators say someone fired shots into a house on Emerson, hitting that victim along with a second man who was hit in the lower body. That person was taken to the hospital where police say he is expected to survive. Officers say 8 people were in that home at the time of the shooting, including a 7-month-old. Police are also investigating a triple shooting on the city's north side. This one left 2 people fighting for their life. It happened around 4 o'clock yesterday morning in the area of Dewey and Ridgeway Avenues. Investigators believe the shooting happened after a fight broke out at a large gathering. A 40-year-old woman and 20-year-old man were both hospitalized and are in what police call critical but stable condition. A third person, a 45-year-old man, was grazed by a bullet. He, though, is expected to be okay. Now, no suspects are in custody in connection to either of these shootings. Anyone with information is asked to call 911 or Crime Stoppers. That number 423-9300.
In your community, today the Rochester Music Hall of Fame will unveil its 2025 class of inductees. Last year's inductees included influencer Rick Beto, Disney star Jennifer Cody, and vocalist John Ellison. Today's announcement is at 10 o'clock. We'll have much more for you on 13 Wham News at midday. The final numbers are in for this year's Pirate Toy Fund Toy Drive. The Pirates falling short of their 25,000 toy donation goal with just over 19,000 toys going to children in need this holiday season. A reminder, though, the Pirate Toy Fund does collect donations year-round. We've got all the information you need online at 13wham.com. And for all these stories and any new developments, stay with us at 13 Wham or Fox Rochester. Stick around. Arc Rochester is back after this.
Welcome back to Arc.
Next guest. In your community, a holiday favorite is making its way back to the stage at Kodak Hall. The Eastman School of Music is presenting Elf in concert.
Yeah, it's happening this Saturday, and this morning we have conductor Mark Waters to talk to us about the experience. Thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate it.
Delighted to be here. Delighted.
Everybody loves the movie Elf, right? It's one of those classic holiday movies. Everybody, I think, could probably whistle or hum the soundtrack, right?
Let's do it right now.
Yeah, right. But it is so fun to listen to. Tell us a little bit about how it's been getting ready for it.
It's one of those great holiday movies that just appeals to everybody, family, friend and foe, young and old. It's a delightful performance by Will Ferrell and James Caan and Zoe Deschanel. And it's came out 21 years ago, and it's been popular ever since. It launched the career of Jon Favreau as a director, and the score by John Debney is just so appealing and fun, and we're just having a great time with it.
Is that why you pick to choose, or you choose to do this, you know, time and time again, because the music is fun? Is that what draws you to things like this?
I mean, there's many great movies that don't have very prominent scores, so you wouldn't do those live. And then there's some films that don't appeal to a wide audience, so you you have to pick a film that is appropriate for all ages and all audiences, and this one certainly is. So, and a great time of year to do it.
Yeah.
I remember we've started seeing Elf on TV like starting in September. They start showing, showing stuff. It's an incredibly popular movie.
Well, it's the countdown to Christmas beginning in September.
Yeah, we're doing it at just the right time, right at the end of the school year. The students are ready to go home, but right before they do it, we're going to get them to play this, and then on to Christmas.
Here we go. So, all right. So set the scene for us. We walk into the hall, and the movie plays, and then the orchestra is.
The orchestra is on stage like any other concert. We have I think it's around 70 pieces, a big orchestra with a full chorus, and then a giant movie screen is hanging over them and projected from the back of the theater. The orchestra is wearing headphones to have a little metronome going through their ear. It's amazing how they're able to play musical and passionately with this metronome going on, but they do. And I'm up there trying not to get lost.
Let me ask, when you're conducting something like this, where it's a film and you can't go back and make any edits or make changes, does that mean that you as a conductor have to make sure the orchestra sticks to the script? We've got to follow this music to the letter, otherwise it'll throw us off?
Absolutely. In fact, what I explain to the students is we're not really doing a performance. We are recreating a performance that took place 21 years ago when the original score was made. So we're having to do exactly the same tempos. There's the retards, the accelerandos, the dynamics, everything has to be exactly the way John Debney did it 21 years ago. And that's challenging because I may want to do it a little different. I may want to speed up a little or slow down in a different way, but I can't do that. I have to do it exactly the way John did it 21 years ago.
Is that one of the bigger challenges for musicians out there?
It is, and it's become immensely popular, for orchestras to do this. The RPO does this quite a lot. It's become a very popular thing for audiences to go and see these movies, Star Wars, Harry Potter, all these big, wonderful movies with big scores that can hold up to having an orchestra play it live.
I want to know your favorite part of the whole show.
Anything that has Santa in it is just great, and this is a great Santa. Ed Asner is Santa, and the special effects with the sleigh and the reindeer are epic. It's just wonderful.
Do you ever yell out some of the dialogue? I know that guy, Santa. Any of it during the movie, or no? You're quiet.
No, it's all I can do to just maintain the orchestra and just to keep. The only yelling I might do is at the orchestra, but no, I don't. I know. No, we're all good friends.
A true professional there.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Oh, it's been a treat.
For those who want to come by and see the show, when and where?
It's this Saturday, 2 performances, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then again at 7 p.m. in Kodak Hall on the Eastman School of Music campus.
One question for you before we let you go. If you had to score this interview, if you had to conduct a piece of music for this interview, any idea what that piece of music would be?
Well, I wouldn't want to get in the way of the dialogue because I'd want to hear what you had to say and what I had to say, so it would be soft, maybe something warm and friendly, like a soft piano playing some Christmas melody that we all know.
Oh, I like it. All right.
I'll do that next time I come in.
Yeah, we got to make that happen.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll put the show information for you on foxrochester.com. Time right now is 9:33. When we come back, Out of Pocket Productions is taking audiences back to the 80s with their upcoming show.
Yep, we are back after this.
9:36 on this Monday morning. Happening in your community, Out of Pocket Productions is taking us back to the 80s with their performances of Melissa Ross's Nice Girl.
Yeah, the performances start this Friday. And to tell us more about the show, we have actors Tiffany Starpoli and Ron Dufour. Good morning to you both. Thank you so much.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, we were talking a little bit during the break about the show, but for someone sitting at home who has not heard of Nice Girl, tell us about the show.
So Nice Girl's a story about a woman in her 30s, still lives at home, still lives with her mom, and she's reflecting on her life, doesn't like where it's going, has some regrets about the past, and can't figure out what she wants to do with her life, and there are other people in her life who are trying to push her out of the nest.
Is that who you play in the show?
I play one of the people pushing her out of the nest, right.
Okay.
Yeah, Gina Menzer-Koons plays the lead.
Very good.
So we are in her circle.
Yeah.
And Ron, who do you play in this circle?
I am an old classmate of Josephine, the lead, and we run into each other in the grocery store where I'm working as a butcher. And this is Boston.
It's Boston.
This is Boston in the 80s, and so we run into each other and maybe reconnect. And Tiffany plays Sherry. Sherry.
And this is Donnie.
Oh my gosh.
Not Donnie.
The co-worker who helps to push Josephine out into the world a little bit.
Is there a little bit of resistance with pushing her out into the world, or is it welcomed?
Oh no, there's some trepidation,
Okay.
right? She's very shy. She's very like enclosed, and you know she just hasn't. She's not out and about. She doesn't have the energy or the tenaciousness that my character does. And that's what I like about my character. She's not me at all. She would love it here. She would just be, hey, let me tell you everything about myself, you know.
I said to you both during the break that it seems like a very lived experience. It seems like an experience that everyone out in the audience is going to be able to say, I see a little of so-and-so right there, and maybe I see a little so-and-so right there, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think each of the characters goes through what I think everybody goes through in their life. What am I supposed to be doing with my life? Where am I now? Is this what the world expects of me? What do I expect of me? What do I want? Should I be doing this? Yes, no, all of that angst. And so the play really highlights all the joys and comedy of those kind of situations, and also, as Tiffany was mentioning earlier, the heart and the drama of that.
And what has it been like for the two of you being part of this and, seeing it from its very early stages now to almost performance ready?
When you first read the play, you're struck by the comedy of it. It's very, very funny. But the more we dig into the words, you start finding the depth in things and start finding the meaning behind what they're saying, and it just things continue to unveil themselves for us. It's really it's well written play. So
the writing, Melissa Ross's writing is fantastic. Not just for the dialogue, which is super realistic, but the depth of the characters, peeling back each layer, you're like, wow, that's a lot heavier situation than I even realized.
Yeah.
No, go ahead, sorry.
So once we're subsurface with these characters, beyond the funny part, there's meaning behind all of that.
Yeah. Yeah, so
every emotion, every laugh that we get, there's a reason.
Yeah. My character comes out, guns blazing, and you think she's one thing, and by the end of it, you realize it's way more complicated than that. And it's a great character.
Humanity. Yeah. That's how people are,
it is.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah, and you can't judge a book by its cover, exactly. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to play that role in particular.
I loved the poster. We just had it up on the screen.
We have a poster.
Yeah, the show poster, I believe, if we could pull it back up, it has leg warmers on it, and it's got those 80s colors. There it is. Curious to know if you can talk to us about the costumes and the set, because just from the poster, it looks like it's a lot of fun.
You want to take that?
It's a lot of fun. Without spoilers, there are a lot of callbacks to very 80s things. So anybody who's old enough, like I am, to remember that time period, everything from the telephone to the I don't know
the hairstyles,
magazines, hairstyles, makeup,
the music.
Oh,
It's all
yeah.
going to be very, very nostalgic.
And yes, anybody who lived through the 80s is going to go, I remember that. And yeah.
Hopefully in a good way.
Oh, big time, big time. And we just got a chance to try on our costumes last night, and it's so much fun. You know, it's the 80s. It's a little tacky.
Let me ask you, when you put the costumes on, do you feel that you further embody that character, that you become that character even more than what you were doing off book on stage?
Big time.
It's very helpful, and my character is relatively simple. He's a butcher, so yeah, you're reading the lines, you're in the butcher shop, you're doing your thing, but when you throw the apron on,
you are that,
and you wipe your hands on your then you're feeling the meat.
Oh boy, thank you both so much. I love that. That's awesome.
That came out. That was okay. That's okay for somebody sitting at home who wants to go see this show. When, where, and ticketing information.
So it opens on Friday, the 13th, and it runs through the 21st, 6 shows. If you want to get tickets, it's muck.org. That's the theater, muccc.org. And just find Nice Girl, you'll find the tickets. And if you get tickets early, it's $5 cheaper than getting them at the door.
there you
So
go.
got a good incentive to get online.
Very good. Hey,
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
both. We really appreciate it. All the ticketing information will go on foxrochester.com.
Stick around, 9:43. We're back on the other side of the break. Welcome back. The holidays are upon us, Abigail.
Yeah.
They're here.
They are here.
Yes. You're here. I'm here.
Yes.
You're here.
It's a Monday. And
It
boy,
is a
oh
Monday.
boy, is it a Monday. Hey, you know what?
What?
I wish we could go back to Friday because not only was it
that
Friday.
not a blast?
Friday was
Go
a blast.
for it. Tell people.
Yeah. Did you miss it? Were you there on Friday?
Were you? Were you
missed
watching?
out. We had a really
We
good
had
time.
2 hours live that we were at the Rock Holiday Village. We wanted to go big. We did.
Yep.
So we decided we were going to do a live show, take Arc Rochester on the road. So Friday morning, for 2 solid hours, we broadcast before the gates open from MLK Park, where Rock Holiday Village is set up for 17, 16, 15, 14 more days. I had to do quick math
Did
there
good.
and used the fingers.
Yeah, that's fine.
But 14 more days of Rock Holiday Village, and boy, was that an incredible experience.
Yeah, they have, I know we always say it, but something for everyone
Mhm.
down there. Truly. Food, drinks, entertainment, live music. They've got the ice skating. They've got the accessible adventures, ice sledding.
Mm-hmm. They've got Santa Claus. They've got food. They've got drinks.
Oh, here we go.
You name it, they have it. This was the scene when we were there on Friday. You can tell because there's snow on the ground there. People, I think, though, got the start of this. The kickoff was incredible because they could not have asked, we could have not asked for better winter-like weather for day one of that. It was a magical experience. When you and I arrived, there were light snowflakes coming down. There was a little bit of sun. I mean, it was just perfect. It was the quintessential holiday market.
Do you know how many people have reached out to me about this thing that we're seeing right now about you trying to put your letters in Santa's mailbox?
No.
I've had at least 3 or 4 people reach out and say,
Really?
could he actually not get them in the box? They were calling you out on it. They're like, you needed to just push it a little harder.
It was 500 pieces of paper.
Was it really?
Yeah,
Daniel.
I used an entire ream of paper.
Oh my gosh.
And in 7 envelopes. Listen, I'm asking for a lot, Abigail.
World
I'm asking.
peace.
Well, it starts with peace on earth.
Yeah.
And goodwill toward men. And then it ends with puppies for everyone.
Puppies for everyone.
So it runs the gamut. You name it, there is not one good deed that was not on my list.
How kind of you.
Yeah.
And maybe a new car sprinkled in there too, just in the mix.
Well,
right?
actually, it was a new car for you that I had on my
me?
wish list.
Oh
See?
my gosh.
I am just, oh my gosh.
So
Sometimes
nice.
I kill myself with my own generosity.
Yeah, me too. All right, so if you are interested in seeing the Rock Holiday Special, you certainly had a lot of it. Out of everything that we did, what was your favorite thing?
Ooh, I didn't have a bad. It's really difficult to pick.
Yeah.
I liked going down to the ice.
Yeah.
I wish we had a little bit more time because I would have loved to get on the ice, which
very
again
fun.
means I have to go back. I received texts during the show that I need to get beer for someone as a holiday gift. There was a sweater at Deep Roots that I need to get someone. There was a blanket at another store that it truly has something for everyone. It's a fun experience. You go there and you can forget about the outside world for an hour or two and just enjoy the holiday spirit.
Yes. All right, I'm watching myself.
Watching yourself?
I cannot
I didn't
even
get to see any of you guys on the ice because I was talking this entire time.
Yeah.
What was this experience like for you?
It was fun. I was worried that I was going to fall because I'm wearing high heels. I was worried I was going to fall on the ice, getting in and out of that sled. That was my biggest concern.
That's
Little
Chris
did I
Lopez
know
there.
that it was actually very hard. You need a lot of upper body strength to I don't even know.
To pull
push-
yourself
Yeah.
along. Well, and what I found interesting, you pull yourself along with these, they're mini hockey sticks almost, with spikes on the end.
Yep.
And then when the puck comes your way, you have to flip it around and use it as your stick. So it's a dual purpose.
Yeah. While
And-
not tipping yourself over.
Yeah, and it takes a lot more coordination than one might think.
Yep.
And a lot more coordination than I would have out there.
Yeah, so this is Accessible Adventures that you were just seeing there. And they are such a great organization, and you have the opportunity to support them, first of all, by going down, visiting them at Rock Holiday, and then also they are part of the
hot cocoa.
Yes, if you
Inside the
go,
lodge.
you go and you buy a cup of hot chocolate inside the lodge. You donate money. It all goes back to support nonprofits in our area. Accessible Adventures is one of those that will benefit one of the days from those donations.
Yeah, it's a really cool event. Make sure you get out there and see it. They are closed Monday and Tuesday, so today and tomorrow don't go, but the gates reopen on Wednesday at 4 o'clock. So make sure you're there at some point over the course of the next 2 weeks.
Yep. Time right now is 9:52. Coming up, our final thoughts of the morning and the results of our poll after the break. .54 on this Monday morning. Thanks so much for joining us. Our final thoughts are here.
Just noticing the color of that light bulb. I never really paid attention. The light bulb that's in the graphic that plays there.
Chaos and dysfunction.
So our poll of the day, we're going to get to those results. Let's see here. So earlier this morning, we wanted to know, as the Bills prepare to take on the Lions, what do they need to work on to get the job done? Your options: strength and defense, avoid turnovers, protect Josh Allen.
Wow, strengthening defense.
Oh,
there we go.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
But the way to get there is by being more aggressive.
Okay, it's all right. It's all right.
I think we did have somebody weigh in though
Yes.
with an alternative, maybe?
Yes.
The Lions are going to need 50 points. Can't see the Bills giving up that many points again. The Lions are about to get exposed.
Wow.
I don't know what that name is, but yes, I agree. 100%. Thank you for the comment. That's what we need.
What's
right
his
there.
name? Beef Supreme?
Yeah, but it was Supreme with like a G in it and then numbers. I don't know.
Thank you for weighing in. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, go Bills.
Go
right?
Bills, always.
Yes.
Because we're going all the way. 9:56 this Friday. That does it for us here on ARC Rochester. Thanks so much for waking up with us. Make sure to join us again tomorrow morning. We start at 4:57 over on the other channel, 13 Wham.
Yep, and we'll see you later today for 13 Wham News at midday.
All right.